operate. There's seatbelts, airbags. Taking the roof off is the biggest advantage for us because it helps us get the patient out of the vehicle easier, better access. Now it's convertible. At this point right now, the EMS will start getting ready to move the patient out of the vehicle and place him into the ambulance. Or if we call the helicopter has been here, landed, we put him right in the helicopter and they go to either Peoria or wherever the helicopter came from. The EMS part and the fire department, we all work well together. As you can see, that we were helping them do their thing, and after we get the access to the patient, they help us get the patient out of the vehicle. So we all work well together, and this is one patient. A lot of times we have 2, 3, 4 patients that we're doing this all at the same time.
Blue card.
And of course, we would have the police department also involved. They help out a lot as far as blocking traffic, making sure no one is driving past us as we're doing our job. Especially when we're out in the interstate. We're on the interstate. The fire department does a good job and will actually park in front of the wreck. And that way, no cars can come up on us and hit us. They'll hit the fire truck first. And after we're done, feel free to come up and look. We'll gladly answer any questions you may have. is replacing the station onto a long backboard. And the backboard helps stabilize the spine. Everyone goes on the backboard that's been involved in an accident, a fall. And that just is another tool that we have to prevent further injury. Well, what we did there was, there's only really two of us doing the extrication. Normally we have 5 or 6. And for one person to do all that cutting and spreading is really rough, because those tools probably weigh about 40 pounds apiece. And when it's hot out or cold, the muscles start to get cramped up. And trying to hold that tool up to maneuver to make the cut gets kind of difficult. We would have completely removed the hood, but I was tired of messing with it, cutting it, my arms were getting sore. On that last cut, so we just folded it back. But normally I would have cut it all the way through, and then 4 of us would have lifted it completely off and removed it. It took longer to do this one. That's why I stabilized first, because it probably would have took 15 minutes to do that. When we first pull up to a scene, we have one guy do the walk around to see what the victims are. Then we have about 3 guys doing the stabilization on the vehicles, while the other ones are breaking glass and making the cuts. So everybody has a job to do. And then, of course, the EMS, they're there to give us the support. And as you can imagine how hot it was in that car with them holding the C-spine on the victim. And the victim was not wearing a seatbelt. That's why they were laying across the seats there. But there are different ways. Plus, it's hot out here. I'm sure you guys want to get back in the shade. Another way of doing it, if this vehicle went underneath a semi and they were crushed underneath, we wouldn't be able to do what we just did. What we would do is we would go through the back of the vehicle